Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a very potent cloudy apple juice. I'm not too sure whether its potency and consistency is due to the fact that it is 5 days out of date. However, the fun will be in finding out, probably tomorrow. Either way, welcome back to the game. Previously, we were building this, which is our contraband seizing facility. A bit of an experiment, but, hopefully it will be of interest. And, well, yeah, we were doing some more building and managed to get in some more high security stuff. We've got this thing that keeps on defaulting to concrete. Let me see if I can fix that for about the 57th time, and there we go. There's that pretty much sorted. Yes, anyway, we managed to get that done. And obviously we've got like more guards and more workers, and we're doing forestry and green energy, and we can probably pick up another grant like the prison manufacturing facility, which, truth be told, I think I'm going to end up changing one of these rooms to just being a big workshop because, well, I could either do that or I could do farming, and I certainly prefer the former rather than the latter. Either way, we're going to get some inmates in this episode. I'm just going to wait until it goes past the sort of 8 a.m. time, because I need about the in-game day to finish off the rest of this. Obviously, we do need to get some more electrical connections like that. This one is now in, which is fine. That's as big as it really needs to be for the 40 inmates that we're going to have. But I do want to put in some flooring, and I do need probably visitation of some kind. There's this room in the middle, these two rooms in the middle, which is going to be, well, originally I said bakery. But I don't know if we're going to do bakery. Maybe this can actually become the workshop. Would that actually be okay if I made that a workshop? I think it probably would. In fact, what I could do is maybe shrink this down a little bit. Hang on, let me do a bit of a test here. If I was to remove this, remove all of this, and then shrink it down by 1, we could then do something like that, and then that would provide us with a decent amount in the middle. The only really sort of issue potentially that I have, well, there's a lot of those, but we're not getting into it right now. No, the thing is, we've got obviously this central area here. That's all fine. Now this could be our workshop area where we have workshop entrances like so, and obviously we are going to look for contraband. I don't think having the things like that would actually work though. Okay, I'm tempted to probably get rid of this one going into the yard, but I haven't yet decided. Oh, I could put the entrances on, maybe, hang on, if I do something like this, I could put them on either side like that. Actually, it would be an external one, wouldn't it, like that? Okay, that actually sits a little bit better with me, truth be told, so I'm probably going to do something like that, or maybe even go with, I think we might only need a gap of 1 to get in the side, because obviously we've got, yeah, I think we have more options like that. Okay, I think I'm going to run with that one. The thing is here, bit of an experiment. I'm not going to have a common room. I don't think I need one. But one of the things we don't have, and we've not made any provision for, is, and it means that this can be a field on either side as well for my sins. It's probably going to end up just a big lump of forestry, truth be told, but whatever. I'm kicking that down the line for future me. What a mug. Anyway, let's go ahead and go with, what was it going to be, a bookshelf. We don't have any areas for, for providing literacy needs, but I'm thinking of an experiment that we can do here, and that's put in some books in the canteen. And I've never, to my recollection, I've never done that before, or if I have, it's been, yeah, probably quite a while ago, and certainly not in this sort of form factor. But anyway, we're going to see how we get on. Let's go to building brick, and you know what? I think I am just going to build this entire one because we might as well. Is that one external? It is not external. That's fine. This will require an entrance, so we're going to go with some walls and doors, and then we're just going to use a standard door there and there, and that will be fine. And let's also go with some intake, and we're going to go for fill capacity, medium security inmates, and let's set up a couple of extra things. So patrols, and we're going to go with blue patrol, and the blue patrol is going to go around here like so. In fact, I might do I do the other side as well? Actually, I'm probably going to do, yeah, we'll do that. Something like that is fine. And that will have in dog handlers. So I'm going to go with a dog handler, dog handler, And then on the other side, hang on there and there. Okay, that is now fine. There is technically a centre on this one, so it's going to be that. So that's all good. How many dog handlers do we currently have? We only have 2, so let's get that up to 8. I think that's a reasonable amount. We're not going to have armed guards. That's not entirely the plan here. And let's see what else. Deployment. Double checking the deployment seems to be perfectly fine. Got in CCTV. We have probably a few needs that we're lacking in looking after. So bladder, bowel, sleep, food, safety, hygiene, exercise, all yes. Family we're going to be working on now. Recreation, sort of, because it's in the yard. And environment, comfort, privacy, freedom, clothing, spirituality, literature and luxuries. So basically, the spirituality, literature and luxuries we're not really fulfilling per se. The bookshelf we might end up fulfilling the literacy needs because of this. There might just be a passive thing when they walk past it, but the fun's in finding out. In fact, you know what? I've just realised we can make this a lot better, and this is actually... Why has it only just occurred to me right now? Oh, that's right, I'm an idiot. So we go bookshelf, and we put them here. So then they're right next to where the inmates sit, so hopefully that passive effect will apply. Let's see if any of that is actually true. We do have, as I said, this central area is going to be for work. We don't have a shop, and we don't have a... well, let's actually do have that. So shop, so we're going to have that in like so, and I also want to put in a chapel, and that should be fine like so. Easy to get this one done. So for this thing, we need a table for the shop. Table, yes. So we can have a table. Well, let's see. Shop front. Where can the shop front go? Well, our shop front can just go right there, in fact. In fact, it would be rotate around. We can have it on either side because it'll look hopefully pretty good. We probably don't need the metal detectors like I've planned on here, to be honest, because like I said, the main thing is when we have metal detectors, we detect them as they're going in and out here, and then we'll do regular searches. Otherwise, the power grid's going to be very, very strained. So we'll see how we get on with that one. And let's put in the shop stuff here. And then we need a table, I think. But can we use table small? Table small. Yes, we can use table small. But would a standard table actually fit? No, a standard table would not actually fit in at all. So the table small can go there, and then I can put one right at the back, and then that's fine. Chapel, it's another similar thing. We have an altar, which sadly it's going to have to go off to one side, but that's fine. If we do it like that and make it like so it's deliberately off to one side, at least it doesn't look as bad. And then you can put like prayer mats in on the other side like this, and there you go. I think it actually looks okay that way. Obviously, we haven't put any flooring in there. That's something we'll have to look at in terms of staffing. We have 20 guards and no flooring. Okay, well, looks like the inmates will be walking on bare grass as they come in, so... Well, we'll see what happens there. I could wait for another day, but truth be told, I don't think we really need to. So, it says, consider equipment to be more mischievous business with the tracking belt. We will keep track of them through the security system. Yes, we are going to be doing that. We're going to get this tracker belt scheme on the go. And I'm guessing now we also have, in terms of grants, yes, inmate nutritional research. So I want to probably focus on the building first, get this all done. People have asked me, why don't we hire any workmen? That's because if there's one thing we sort of had, it's time. We had plenty of time, really. But, you know, hiring them does cost you money and more wages. But I am going to hire some now because we've got, obviously, a very decent amount of money coming in because of all of these inmates. So we've got a snitch, so we don't have any protective custody, nor was it anyone sort of planned off. We've got several unknown traits. We've got strong, green thumb, strong. There's Stokel, dealer, fearless, foodie, and then obviously there's lots of intake here. So that's all good. That's all good. They'll obviously be escorted to their cells and such. So that's all fine. That door servo, that is a curious thing. Let me just double check in utilities and wiring and door control system. It is actually wired up correctly, so I don't know what's going on there. Mainly because I guess, you know, there's no access needed just yet, so yeah, that's fine. So there is our intake as per usual, and it's a fairly decent amount of inmates for the very first one. Obviously this has got like 40 40 capacity with sadly only 12 either side solitary. In fact, on that, what I'm going to do is go for prison policy. I'm going to go with taser rollout. Extends taser programs so that your regular guards can also carry tasers. Well, we haven't got any training room for that, or a classroom, so yeah. Also just realised that there's absolutely no lights in here, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I've obviously turned off auto light and not turned it back on. There's the end of that chat. Anyway, so the walk speed will be slow around the facility at this stage. You can see, oh yeah, it's really slow, so I'm going to have to sort that out. Probably sooner rather than later. Let's just go over to some, where is it? Logistics and prison labour. And you can see, oh look at that, loads of people have been assigned to the cleaning cupboard, and they're now working on the laundry, which is good. And also the shop. I don't know whether the shop is all right or not. I think it might change based on some of the stuff that goes in here. No, I think it's just the physical size. Let's just double check some programs then. So what programs can we run? Workshop safety induction is something people are interested in. We're definitely going to run kitchen safety and hygiene. We'll run, I guess we'll run 4 of those. People are interested, so we might as well. Foundation education program, we are going to have to look at that. And then we've got spiritual guidance, which I want to run. Solar panel development, we'll have a look at. Yeah, there's some other ones we can do as well. Oh, look, this has been built in the middle. Sadly, no auto light. Yeah, it's been off. Okay, I'll have to put the lights in. In fact, what I'll probably do is clone it over to this side. That's most likely what I'll end up doing, but I'm just going to put in the walls in like so, and similar things in here as a matter of priority, because obviously we need to get metal detectors in and that sort of thing. We're going to go for demolish walls. We can demolish that section there. And let's have visitation. So visitation, I might as well do both while we are cracking on with this one. And that's going to be a very big sort of cause for concern when it comes to the contraband. Almost certainly we're going to have lots of contraband coming in and out of here, so we are going to make provisions for a metal detector. And metal detection goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, these use 5 times the power of the of the normal ones because of the mutators that we're currently running. So apparently there's a tunnel over there. Don't believe it. So yeah, fine. And let's go with also metal detector as well. Oh, that's actually helps if I go into the objects. And there's another metal detector. So one there, and that is now fine. And oh, let me guess. Yes. Ian Pennock, age 20, young, prisoner number 10196642, sentenced to 5 years for possession, and sadly snitch, and they've been taken out by maybe, well, let's see, Cleef, attacks prisoner, serious injury. This person is attacked staff, serious injury, and this person is attacked prisoner, serious injury. So there's a lot of serious injury, but obviously it's obviously went over and, what about this person? Attacked prisoner, serious injury. Okay, basically everybody's been involved. I just can't find, oh, there we go, Peter Knowles. Yeah. It says attacked prisoner, serious injury, murder. So that was the person who got the killing blow, essentially. Is policy now unlocked? It is now unlocked. So I want to, for this one, we don't want to change. Whoa, look at all that. It's all lockdown. Okay, match with. Recommend. I'm just going to recommend it, and then I'm going to change things up. So we're not going to move the sec for anything, but if anything happens, we search. That is the standard procedure for us. For destruction, lockdown, escape attempt, lockdown, attack prisoner, lockdown. Yes, attacked staff, and a little solitary intoxication. Yeah, we'll go with lockdown, murder, solitary, found weapons, lockdown, found tools, lockdown. The rest of it's all just lockdown, and that's pretty much what we're going to run. Okay, and that will be fine. We've obviously got farming policy there, which I haven't bothered with. Like I say, I keep just sort of kicking it down the line, but I do genuinely think there are other priorities to sort of look at. There's the chapel, which is sadly not yet built. We have not got that built. I'm going to go to shakedown, custom schedule, Let's go with shared only. All sectors. Start time. Every 5 days. Save. So every 5 days we're going to do a full shakedown. I think we could probably get away with doing it every 3 days, but we don't necessarily need that, so we'll see. Looks like these are all pretty much in. Chapel is now in, so I'm just going to pause it and check out the, where is it, programs, and it's going to be the, let's have a quick look. Alcoholics group, we can't run that, we don't have a common room. Solar panel development, we definitely want to run that. Spiritual guidance, we'll get that on the go there, and that's fine. So, let's finish off some visitation. So, visitor tables are going to be fairly simple as they go, straight down the line. Going to put them on the other side as well. I know this is pretty deep inside the facility. Actually, you know what I should probably do? Rotate these around because it'll probably look a bit better considering where it is positioned. There we are. And while I'm in here, let's do some lighting. So one there, one there, one there, one there. Same thing on the other side. And that's fine. Workshop, I'm going to do this. And yeah, that's all good. Maybe there, there, there and there. And one in the middle? Is there a middle? No, not really. That's okay. And I'll clone the other side, so I'm not going to worry about that. So, let me just double check. The needs of the prisoners. Needs is actually okay, and literature is satisfied. So it looks like where this is, how it's set up, is actually functioning as intended, which is always a good thing to be able to say. Anyway, let's just connect up all of this, and that's now done. And what is my main goal? My main goal, actually, strangely, is going to be to go through the whole tracker pilot scheme, because once we've got that grant done, it's going to be a lot easier. Tracker monitor in there. We want in a router. It just doesn't matter where. It just needs to be placed on on somewhere. We need to install, what is it? It's a medical box, so the medical box just goes in there. And once that's in and wired up, specifically it has to be wired up. That'll be adjacent and wired. That's going to be wired as well. Once they're wired up, it's fine. It just means that, yeah, we can then add trackers to our inmates, and we're just doing it for the grants, and then I can do the inmate nutritional research, and then go from there. Hopefully that makes perfect sense. If not, I'm afraid I can't help you. Let me just prioritise the building of this, and it is now in, and there's going to be a guard who'll get on that at some point. And then the fun is trying to fight with the tracker monitor. And, oh, there you go, look, so we're finding loads of contraband, because this metal detector is not just a metal detector. Last 24 hours, it also detects any type of contraband, but it uses 5 times the amount of power, which is just how it is. Right, so it is tracking menu, and I don't think it really matters. That person, and that person. So we've already tracked one, which is good. And there's that shakedown. This is an automagic shakedown. 301 places already, which is curious. And there's that grant being completed, and it even says there, due to the administrator, we have the completion doubled, which is excellent for us. So let's go with tool cleanup, which is remove the supply of stolen weapons. We might as well do it now because we are searching. Then I'll do crackdown on drugs, and then I'll do inmate nutritional research. There's one of them done. Crackdown on drugs. Find 10 illegal narcotics. We're already on 70%. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted by the fact that we just found a chainsaw. Where did we find said chainsaw? There. It was brought in. See, there's definitely some argument to be made that we don't want these metal detectors here, because we want them to, we'll bring it in and find it. But I think it's fine. I think as long as we detect it, it's all okay. So I'm just going to dismantle all of this stuff here. I think the tracking has been finished. Well, if it hasn't, I don't know. Let's dismantle all of that. Danger level is flying up. Yes, it is. Oh, and a bit of a fight over here. What's gone on there? What has gone? What is occurring? We've got fearless, skilled fighter. It's probably just the danger level, because, you know, we've searched the entire, you know, the whole place. Okay, right. Time for a lot of money and a lot of faffing, actually, truth be told. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start to spend now. Oh, hang on. Oh, do I go around it? So I was going to use lined tiles. But do I then have to go, like, around there? I think I sort of do. Oh, that'll be a nightmare. It'll be a nightmare. Well, the sooner I get on with it, the faster I'll be with it. So I'll do what I can. And I'm sure there'll be many a mistake on this one. But, well, might as well. Yeah, I've already got this one here that I haven't placed. How did I miss all of those? No, I haven't. It's just the way it's positioned. Okay, then there's the internal corners. These ones, like this. And then over on this side. As I said, it'll be an absolute miracle if this is not pretty much completely wrong. But we'll do what we can. And so I'm going to go there, there, these ones, and I'm just going to let them build a bit. I'm just going to let them build. Obviously we have to use straight line tiles as well. So like that, and there, and there, and then down here to there. And then connecting all these ones up. And some of this is... Oh, that one's completely wrong. Hang on a sec. That goes to there. Because that's going to have a wall in it. Let me just put that in there while I remember. More line tiles. To go there. That one's in, right? Yes. It's just because it's a different one. It looks a bit different. And this comes along. Okay, the screech of the pen, is it? Yeah. And again, I should have this unpaused. I should be running this like so. Is it like that? I think so. Oh! Aston is a little bit annoyed. They are seemingly in the workshop with a knife, rioting. Why? What's the main issue here? Exercise need. They do have access to the yard. Okay. Guard response. Appreciate guard response there. It appears that the guards have not... Oh, so I think the person's just given up and wandered off. They've just got a bit bored of the entire operation. Okay. Over to logistics and prison labour. Yep, that's all maxed out, which is good. We'll assign people to the workshop, but obviously they can't work there. At this stage, there's nothing for them to do. And why is there no electrical cable there and there? I do not know. What I do know is I probably want some more power. So I'll have to have a look at that. There you go, look at all the stuff we're finding there. So we're going to get what's called consulting fees. So that's good. So 14.79. CEO. Reform programs are key to prisoners successfully reintegrating into society. Yes, they are. So let's just see, how much did we get from power export? Only 2.5 grand. Okay, let's go with utilities and wind solar hybrids. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3. I can't place one there because it'll connect up to the grid and that'll just make a big boom. And, well, we're trying to avoid that, as a rule. So the workers are cracking on with all of this flooring. I would like to think I can get the flooring done by the end of this episode. But I also realise that's actually quite ambitious. So I don't know whether or not that's going to be the case or not. We shall see. So I'm just placing in tiles where we can. Apparently there's a tunnel further up. I do not believe that in the slightest. And obviously the middle ones will just become the standard tiles. So like that, and like that. I've got the other side, I'm sure, yes. Danger level flying right up again. Let's see, exercise and food. That surprises me. Actually, it might not surprise me. Yep, 2 cooks. That's a legitimate concern by the inmates. Fair point. And we have, sadly, Mark Christom being murdered by another inmate. Your prisoners are getting hungry. Yes. Okay, let's fix this. Policy. High. Then high. I thought I would have found the other illegal narcotic by now, but apparently that's not the case. Let's go with more cookers. More cookers, more better. And get that all cooked up. Grand completion bonus, which was, I believe, yes, it was find 10 illegal narcotics. Okay, let's go with 3 hours of eat. So we'll get that grant done now, or at least trying to start working on that grant. I think once the food stuff is sorted, we'll be alright. And then we'll have to look at exercise. These are still not in, and that's because there's no doors on. I'm just going to put standard doors on. Door and door. Like that. And in the yard, I think we are going to put some equipment. So, I don't particularly want a tyre apparatus. But I am going to put some weights benches in. 4 in there. 4 down the bottom. And tyre stacks, training dummies, punching bags, gym mats. Gym mats in the middle. No, I don't really like the tyre apparatus. Bleachers, they'd go in. There we go. And let's prioritise the building of that. How are we doing for the rest of the tiles? Well, they're going in. Our prisoners are filthy, apparently. Well, there's loads of uniforms, so I don't know why. There's provision being made for that. Okay. What I'll have to do now, I actually have to is probably a strong word, but what I'm going to do is this. And put in these bits. And then I can just go right across with things. I know that some of these will have to be changed to something else, tiles-wise. But what I'm going to do, to make it easier for me, is just run straight across. And I'll deal with it later. I'll come back to properly finish it off in the next episode because, well, yeah, it's taken a lot longer than I expected. It's not something we often do as well. We don't often build like we are. It's just part of the sort of curious design that we've gone with here, which is all good. That's going to be the last line, that one. This comes all the way down to here. And these ones in the middle. And this is probably something I should have done before we got inmates, but hey, it makes it exciting, right? Well, maybe not exciting. Let's go with eventful. I think the majority of these will be done in a bit, but there we go. Right, I'm going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. We are doing better when it comes to exercise. Food has been completely sorted. There is literature and luxury issues. That might be because of, like, say, the lack of this, but I'm not too sure. I thought something was up. When I removed that, it's removed the power cable, which means we've got no door control system or CCTV monitors or anything like that. Okay, well, I've prioritised the building of it, so hopefully it's going to be built sooner rather than later. Right, that's been a bit of Prison Architect. Next episode, we will finish off the flooring. We're going to build the workshop, get people assigned to that, put some more flooring in the rooms that we actually have, and yeah, we will see, as always, how we get on with that one, and let me know what you think in the comments. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and generic partings.